Yeah, for this, one of the most special projects of my career, all these years in last 22, 24 years, whatever I've learned, I always wanted to make a film which is nothing less than an international product. Was fortunate to work with the best of best, from Lee Whittaker, who's worked in films like Jurassic Park or Fast and Furious. Laura Kotler, the voice of Dune, is now the voice of Fateh. We got a track called To the Moon, which is done by Hans Zimmer, all thanks to Extreme Music for this. And the action is something that I've worked almost 1.5, 2 years to design how it has to be executed. We have got something which I haven't done in last 2 decades, and we've shot in around about 6 countries, something very, very special. And the most important thing is it tells the story of a common man. Every single day we come across so many cases, cyber victims, and it's inspired from those real events, and this is how I started writing for
And
them.
cyber victims and cybercrime is really, something really relevant subject and that need to be.
Almost every sixth family in this country is a cyber victim, somewhere. They are under some kind of scanners from all these cyber fraudsters that we have. So it was very important to tell them the story, bring awareness about it, and in an entertainment space where they go to the film to watch an action film, and they also get educated about the cyber threats that we're facing.
So, like you were telling during the press conference as well, that how challenging it was to prepare for the role, especially, and if you have taken inspiration from several Hollywood stars. So, if you could just tell me about
most of the friends that I have from my engineering days or college days, they always used to complain, why are films in Hindi don't look like international films. So make a film something like that. It's easy said than done. I know it's always a big challenge to pull all those big names on a project, and that too when you're making your film, your first film as a director. But somehow I think Fateh was a journey. Initially when we started, I never thought that I'll get all these names on board. But when I started shooting and Fateh started shaping up, I realized how important it is to get those names. The best part was I pitched them after showing my product. I showed them a teaser or a trailer. I said, now I want you on board. So they were so happy to see the product. They said, no, we want to be part of this film. And this is how, the feathers got added to that cap. So, but Fateh is not a journey of one individual who came from Moga to become an actor. It's a journey of every single individual who made this happen. I wanted the film to look in a particular way. So the film's lighting was designed, the sound was designed, the editing was designed. So every single individual who's made this Fateh look like the way it's looking, I think, salute to them.
And if you would just share your experience of working with Honey Singh, and how was it?
Honey Singh is a gem. I know him since 16, 17 years when I met him first time in Mohali, a young boy who wanted to make a big name in music. I saw the talent. I thought that he deserves to be on a bigger platform. I spoke to many of my producer friends, directors, and I told him that this boy is from Punjab, very, very talented. You should explore him. But somehow no one really jumped on that idea that yaar Punjabi music hai, kaise chalega, Hindi mein kaise dalenge. They had all their reasons, and many a times I played songs that Honey had sent me to producers ki you have to take this. But somehow God has his own plans, and when he became a known name, so the same producers were running behind him to make music for him. So I think this is how an inspiring journey inspires millions of people, where they say you should never lose hope. You should keep working hard, stay focused, and then God will find a way for you.
How you thought of bringing him in this project? Like, what was the idea?
When I completed the film, I thought, one of my friends said, "Ki yaar, Sonu, do you have any promotional number and item?" I said, the way I've shot the film, we don't have a space for that. He said, "Nahi, yaar, chalta hai na." Sometimes there's a certain set of audience who want to see those kind of numbers. So I couldn't think, other than Honey to do the justice. And I generally what happens in a movie is they approach artists and they said कि यार एक ऐसा गाना बना दे जो हम promotional number है वो बना के भेज देता है, and you never know whether that song actually fits into the whole look and feel of the film or not. So that's why mostly the promotional numbers or so-called item numbers you'll see, they'll suddenly look out of the whole film look or context. But when I went to Honey, I showed him the visuals of the film. I showed him few action sequences, and he said, "This is something magical. I want to create something in that space." And that's how he, got this word "hitman." That it's a story of a hitman. How he made that song. Now it's ruling the charts. It's becoming world's #1 most watched video in last 48 hours. So I think it's only because we have got such a talented guy who believed in the project, and he thought that our association goes 16 years back, and how we can bring those two Punjabis together and create that Fateh.
Right. And I'm just moving forward to my last question. If you would just talk about your upcoming projects.
During Fateh, I got almost 6 films from big banners. I said, no, I don't want to do. I just want to concentrate on Fateh. Whatever people will see or offer me will be post Fateh after they see the product. I've given almost close to 3 years to this film, getting the way it's looking. So yeah, whatever I'll do, sign or commit to anyone, it'll be post Fateh only.